Hey YouTube, Unknown Gamer here, and as you guys can see, we're playing Washington State. Let me check. Yeah, we're just gonna sim this game because we should beat them. Sorry about the background noise there. We did get a commit though this week. But also, we did lose somebody. We lost C.J. Lewis, the player I really wanted. So now we have a lot of recruiting points. So we'll put a lot of them on Robert Craig, because this is the guy I really want just to be the backup. They hate it when schools use that stupid unlock thing. I swear, whoever at EA invented the unlock thing, please don't suggest anything else at meetings. Just shut up at meetings. Let the people that know what they're doing talk. Because right now, that has screwed me out of recruits before. I'm not getting screwed out of a recruit now. Okay? And I know that's going to happen. I know I'm going to get screwed out of recruits now because of it. And Ohio State uses the unlock on Marcus Bradley, so now I'm possibly screwed out of Marcus Bradley too. That stupid unlock thing needs to be taken out quick. Like, can I unlock him even though he's committed? I might as well be able to. Jamar Brooks, we're staying even on him, but I'm shocked nobody's used the unlock on him. Johnny Bradley, nobody's used the unlock on him either. I'm really getting nervous now. I feel like some of these guys, I don't know enough about him. Roger Kent committed to Oklahoma. Matt Jackson, though, he committed here, so we did get somebody else this week. Derek Dickerson, he'll commit here. Because we should drop Colorado out, and then week 12... Yeah, we'll drop Colorado out before their visit. And then, yeah, we should be able to win him. Aaron Singletary. My gosh, I hate it when these schools do that stuff. They just throw random points down. So now I gotta put a lot of points on him. On Aaron, I mean. Cameron Herron. He already has 700. I don't know where he got it from, but oh well. And as you see, chances of us getting Cameron Herron are pretty high. And in case you did not know, this is the guy from Traverse City, Michigan. He's a JUCO junior, 2-star strong safety, hard hitter. I think I might actually be able to move him to lineman. I feel like he'd play halfway decent at lineman. Actually, there's only one more guy that's going to get points this week, and that is John Allen, because he'll commit here, and I want to speed that up a little bit. Because I always get one wide receiver every year, and I always get one cornerback, so I decided to keep up that. And wow, we just dropped recruiting ranks again. How do we always drop recruiting ranks? I don't get it. I don't get how every single week it seems like we drop more and more and more. But at the end of the season, it'll balance out, and we should take over, actually. But here's the big thing this week. We're going to sim the Washington State game, so I'll be right back. And right here, as you see, as we sim it, we win 21-13. Not a pretty game, but it's still a win, and it's still below our average points allowed. Only by one, but still didn't run up our points per game allowed, but definitely dropped our points per game that we get. But we still win, so that'll put us at 7-0. You guys already saw we have a few commits. Like I said, I'm going to treat this as kind of like a bye week. This is what I'll do if you guys want the sim thing. I'll sim a game and we'll treat it kind of like a bye week. And here's how I'm going to treat my bye weeks. I'll show you guys the recruiting and everything. Who's getting how many points. Because normally I have a commit when I have a bye week. I seem like I have somebody close or somebody right around there. I'll show you guys how it's set up. I'll skip to the game week. And then I'll show you everything that's official has of that game. I'm going to play the Colorado game because I'm only going to sim one game a year. I'm not going to sim two. And so this is going to be kind of like a test so you guys see what it is. Like I said, leave in the comments on this video or in the last video if you think I should do this every season. Just do it like this. As you see, we have quite a few recruits ready to visit, and I'll set all that up. Be ranked top 5, win. Yeah, we scored 3 touchdowns, by far one of our worst offensive performances. Not the worst we've had, but that's dang close. Offensive coordinator Alex Wood. I think he's the only one that we've had since day one. Yeah, Alex Wood, I'm pretty sure we've had him since day one. Bronco Mendenhall, we just got him. He just came in this year. So, yeah, by far one of my more favorite guys that we've ever signed. Because normally when you get a new coordinator, normally they're very low levels. But defense coordinators seem to leave quite often, especially once they're like right around that level 19. So it's definitely going to be weird not having Bronco Mendenhall next year. I highly doubt that he stays. There's not a reason for him to stay, so I don't expect him to stay. Unless he doesn't get a head coaching job. But now we're up to number 2. Last week's number 2 was Notre Dame, and they lose to USC by 20 points. So yeah, and that 99 overall defense, USC put up 37 points. Oh crap, we have to play USC, don't we? Ah, crap. Well, I'll show you guys the rankings real quick. Number 1 is Texas A&M, then us, then Georgia Tech, who last year missed out because South Carolina beat Alabama. And Alabama at that time was a top 10 school, and Florida State, Alabama was, I think, 9th or 10th. And Georgia Tech played Florida State, and Florida State was 14th, and Georgia Tech won by 3, I think, and South Carolina won by 7. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And because South Carolina played a better team and won by more, they leapfrogged Georgia Tech. And then we have Ohio State, who they kind of scare me a little bit because this is their first year. Yeah, they have Cardale Jones at quarterback, who has 17 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That is a scary number. We're not even halfway through the year. In 6 games he threw 17 touchdowns. Let me average that out and see how many touchdowns he averages a game. Because it's over 3. And that is a scary fact. Okay, so 17 touchdowns divided by 6. That equals 2.8 touchdowns a game. And he has not thrown a pick this year. That is scary as crap, knowing we might play that in the national championship game. And then there's Georgia, who is Todd Gurley Sr. And as you see, he averages 95 yards a game, and their quarterback has 23 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Wait, does everybody have? Wow. We are just way behind everybody else in numbers. Well, except for Boykin. 10 touchdowns. He has the lowest in the top 10, I bet. No, maybe it's just there's a whole bunch. Yeah, we actually seem to be averaging out. It's just their team. So Georgia is pass heavy. Yeah, they have to be pass heavy because 93. Yeah, Georgia's pass heavy. Georgia Tech. Yeah, they're not pass heavy. They're pass light. Those 5 picks are not the rules, guys. But yeah, all these schools are really pass heavy schools. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. And then you have USC, Oregon, whose only loss is to Cal, who actually at the beginning of the year looked like they were going to be a big threat, and has kind of died out since then. Illinois is undefeated, which is kind of a shocker to me. Michigan lost to BYU. Miami lost to Georgia Tech by 20. That's not a really big shocker. You lose to a team that's going on their second year undefeated. They only lost to them by 20, and I don't think Miami was ranked last year, so that's a big difference between 2 years. Iowa's up here again. We played them. We're the only team to beat them. South Carolina, they're hitting some bumps in the road. West Virginia, they lost to TCU, and they're undefeated, so that's not too bad. Louisville, they're looking pretty average. Mississippi State. I saw Mizzou over there. Mississippi State loses to Missouri. Oklahoma beats Kansas. And Maryland beats NC State. Michigan State dropped out, but I'm just looking to see who all is close. Oregon State's close to being ranked. They probably would be ranked if we hadn't beat them like we did, because I think we beat them pretty good when we played. And let's look at conference standings real quick. We are winning the South, and actually there's a lot of good teams in the South if you look at it. Overall wise, we're all really good. We already played USC, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we played and we beat them. That was the first team we ever shut out. Yeah, and Hudley threw a few picks, I think, that game. But yeah, so we already know as long as we win out, even if we lose another game, we are ahead of UCLA because we have the head-to-head win over them, and we have a higher ranking and a better overall record. Same thing with USC and Arizona State. So as long as we win out this year, we're fine no matter what. And then the Pac-12 North, Oregon State's currently ahead. Oregon and Oregon State, looking at everybody else's records in the conference, it's going to come down to who wins the Oregon State game. Whoever wins that game is going to win the Pac-12 North. I would like to see Oregon win because I'd like to play them again this year because we missed out on that game. Yeah, this year we missed out on that game, and we already played Oregon State, but I wouldn't mind playing Oregon State again because that was a good game. But they give up a lot of points. That's their number one issue. They give up 200. They have the smallest margin between their points for and points against, and they have the smallest advantage in the Pac-12. I think they have one of the smaller advantages. Cal's only being outscored by 15 points though, total. Only 15 points outscored. So they're not doing too bad. Georgia and Florida will battle it out in the SEC East. SEC West, it's Texas A&M's running away with it. Let's see who all they have left. Yeah, Texas A&M's gonna win this one. They would have to. Mississippi State's the best hope to stop Texas A&M, and if Mississippi State does it, then they'll still win out the rest of it. I don't see them losing to any of these other teams because they all have average records, other than Mississippi State. New Mexico State doesn't have the world's best record, but other than that, it's pretty much all average records. So, yeah. And then right here, Florida State's probably going to end up playing Georgia Tech again, back-to-back years. But Duke might have something to say about it, maybe. I don't know if they can come back. UConn, I say UConn's going to win this one. I don't see UConn losing this American race. I mean, they're the highest ranked team in there. They're the only ranked team, and they're the only undefeated team. They played Idaho, and we played. Oh, Idaho has not won a game. Barrett Dixon, I told you if you wanted to play for a winner, you should have played here. They don't listen. And then we got TCU and Texas are going to have to battle out here. So Texas looks like they're going to win the Big 12. Because TCU is in Texas, Texas Christian University. Illinois and Ohio State are actually going to battle this one out. Ohio State's going to win it, though. If you look at the overall, Ohio State hasn't beat. And they play in a few weeks, actually. But if you look at here's the only reason that they're ahead of them, is if you look at the divisional record. But Ohio State actually has only allowed 75 points this whole year. They are 40 points away from from having a total of 200 points more than their opponents have, which is a pretty shocking feat. And they actually have allowed the least in the Big Ten. And then the closest to them is Illinois, but Illinois has also scored the least, other than the team that's dead last in the leaders, which is Purdue. And actually, let me see, because I think Purdue's second to last in the Big Ten, and Illinois is the only teams that have. Yeah, Illinois has the least points scored. They're the least points scored for a winning team right now in the Big Ten, which is a shocking feat. I mean, wait, do they have more? How much? Never mind. The only team that have less is Iowa, and probably because we pretty much shut Iowa out. So If Iowa plays somebody else, they probably end up in a different situation. I'm just going to go somewhat fast through these now because I'm seeing that's taking me a little bit of time. Oh, wow. Bowling Green. Living off of offense here, but still haven't allowed a lot of points, though. 5-1. They probably will end up winning the MAC East. And then in the West, they'll probably... Toledo could still make a comeback. Because if you look at the record, they have pretty much the same record that Central Michigan has. I think Toledo can come out. I think Toledo actually can do it. Because they have the best record overall, but not the best conference record. But yeah. So Toledo has, with the best winning percentage, I say they make a comeback. I don't see any way that they bomb in the MAC. Not saying the MAC's bad, I'm just saying I don't see them bombing in the MAC. I think that they can still make a comeback in the MAC. And then we have Colorado State's probably... Actually, Air Force is probably going to win. Because Air Force's only loss is to Colorado State. Never mind. Colorado State's probably going to win this one. Unless... Who could they lose to? I meant to hit Y, I'm sorry. I want to find out who they could lose to, because it all depends on who else they have left to play. Yeah, they're probably going to win out. UNLV and San Diego State are their two toughest opponents. And New Mexico. So if one of those teams wins, yeah, Air Force still has a chance. And UNLV is, yeah, I say it's a pretty good chance that there will be one more shake-up there before the end of the season, and that's all the conference standings. Heisman watch. Johnny Manziel passed Derek Reynolds after his performance this week, where he had a terrible day passing the ball. 11 of 32, 21 carries for 81 yards. Johnny Manziel passes him with almost 450 yards passing. Wow. But yeah, Johnny Manziel is a senior. Derek Reynolds is a sophomore. I expect it to be a gap. But I do say next year, Derek Reynolds is currently in a fight with Johnny Manziel to win. And the only other guys up here that I feel are close to Reynolds is Everett Golston, and he's a senior. Because these other guys, I checked like 2 weeks ago, and these other guys weren't even on the list 2 weeks ago. So, Everett Golston was actually, though. Everett Golston, the top three are the only people who have been on there since week 2. Since week 2, that's how it's been. And the person who came in week 2 was, not Johnny Football, Everett Golston. Championship contenders. Let's see what they say about us contending for a championship. They say this year's our best chance, and if we don't do it this year, 2017 is our next best hope. Which would be Reynolds' senior year, which I feel that would be, we have a great chance of winning that year. But also, I feel like we have a great chance of winning every single year. Because nobody thought we'd be able to do it last year. Nobody thought the year before we'd even be in a BCS bowl. So, yeah, I think we can do it. But as you see, BCS, this is the first week the BCS has been out. And Georgia Tech is ahead of us by .003 points. Basically 3 points. No, not 3 points. 0.003 of a point ahead of us. So yeah, but don't worry, we'll fix that. We still have a lot. Yeah, they don't have any ranked opponents left. We still have one ranked opponent. Oh, we do play Washington. Good. I want to play Tyler Miles again. I honestly do. Because if you don't remember last year, he's the guy who threw 5 picks against us. Very much want to play him against him again. Ohio State's still 4th though. Let's see and USC's 8th here, so that does definitely give us a big boost. Oregon, and if they beat Oregon, it'll give us even more of a boost. And UL Lafayette is up here though. Oh wow. Mississippi State's up there. UCLA's in this one too. So yeah, I think very easily we'll get up there. Very easily we should get up in the top 2. chart. You guys already know about that. Season stats. We'll look at who's the best and everything, though. Derek Reynolds is 18th passing, which isn't too bad for a sophomore. Because I know 2 of the top 5 are seniors for a fact. I'm pretty sure Harrington's a senior. And I think Dylan is too. So, yeah. Rushing leaders, Reynolds is almost on top there, too. Wow. Receiving leaders, Brad barely is 90th, but we never really have guys that are towards the top of there because I don't focus on one receiver like Michigan, UTEP, Louisiana Tech, Iowa, and all those schools do. We shut down Hillier, and you saw what happened when we shut down him. I don't remember him doing anything big against us, and I'm assuming that's probably why they lost. Tackle leader, we do have the tackle leader in the NCAA. He's leading it by 1. Sacks, we are second. We are only down by 1, but also in a tie for second. Interceptions, we are 70th on there with Babish with 2. So that's we need to pick up the picks, but don't worry, that'll come with time. And kicking leaders, we're not even on the list. I don't think we've kicked a field goal though. Wow, and who's Solomon with possibly the worst quarterback rating I've ever seen, 8.8. But yeah, Reynolds has over 1,000 yards passing already, better than he did last season. Passing touchdowns, he's thrown more picks, but he's also thrown more touchdowns and the ball more. Completion percentage is really good. His average yards per catch is good. His longest pass is good. He's only been sacked 10 times, which isn't half that bad, really. Derek Reynolds, he also is on track to have 1,000 yards rushing this year. Mike Rogers is doing pretty good rushing too. Reynolds has 10 rushing touchdowns, averages 89 yards a game. And Mike Rogers is injured. He got injured in the last game. That's not good. And he is our best guy after contact. And wow. Cormier had more broken tackles? Huh. Did not know that. Receiving, Trey Griffey has the most catches. Most yards is... Actually, that's right how I would have predicted it. Bailey, Griffey, and then Richards. Richards, though, has the highest average because he's the fastest player. Also, receiving touchdowns. Richards has the most because he's the most reliable target, I feel like. I think he's also the tallest. Yeah, of the three top receivers, Richards is the tallest, so he makes himself the biggest target. Longest reception, though, is Mike Rogers. I think I remember that one. Yards per game goes to James Bailey, who's very closely followed by Trey Griffey. Yards after catch, though, goes to Trey Griffey. And slot receivers always will have the most yards after a catch. Average yards after catch, though, TJ Johnson has the most with his 4 receptions. Could definitely improve on that. Who has the most drop passes this year? David Richards? Wow. Would not have guessed that he had the most drop passes. Blocking, there's not a lot to see here. Who's given up the most sacks? Our left guard, actually. Bundage. Shocked. Who has the most pancakes? Our right tackle. That's kind of shocking too. Did not see that one coming. Most assisted tackles, Devin Gordon. Tackles for loss, Steve Burton leads there. Sacks, Steve Burton leads by far. Interceptions. Bailey has 2. Babish has 2. Holiday has 2. Did not know he had 2. Jackson has 1. Capers has 1. And Albert Smith has 1. I definitely need to see him get more of those. Return yards. Most is Babish. Highest average is Smith. Longest return is Babish. Who has the most deflections? Smith, Answasser, and then Smith. So Smith just needs to hold on to the ball. Forced fumbles. How many fumbles have we forced this year? We forced 2 fumbles. Bushlew and Capers. And we've recovered 3 fumbles, but we've only forced 2. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but on the bright side, we have recovered every single fumble we've forced, which is very, very good to see that we have recovered every single fumble that we've forced. We haven't blocked any punts, and we haven't gotten a safety. No. Kicking, there's not much to see here. because I don't even think we have any stats kicking. Oh, he has made a 31-yarder, but that's pretty much all there is kicking. We don't do a lot of kicking because we are better than that. Let's see how our recruiting is going. Let's see. How close are we to getting our next commit? Robert Craig, he's going to commit soon. There's no way this kid's 71% locked. Oh, we can schedule a visit too. We'll schedule him week 12. He'll come and visit us. Actually, I should probably, yeah. We're going to go through and we're going to schedule everybody who's ready for a visit. You'll visit week 12 too, John Allen. Right, you'll visit week 12. Aaron Singletary. Yeah, we'll actually schedule him week 12 too, because I'm pretty sure we're going to win him. Defensive tackle, we're already out on him. This guy, we'll schedule you week 15, even though we're not going for you at all. The strong safety, I want him to, I definitely need to see him commit. And I'm pretty much right now, all I'm doing is, who do I want to have more points? Bradley. I definitely want Bradley to have the most points, so I'm going to schedule that visit with him. I want all the complimentary visits I can, because that's how you get the most points out of it. You got to squeeze points out of every single thing you can get. See, now the question is, which one of these guys do I want more? See, I'm not even going to go for the center. But Rhodes, I definitely want to see Rhodes commit a lot more. So I'll schedule him probably where I wouldn't schedule him if I really was dead set on getting that guy. I haven't looked at him at all. Haven't put any points on him. So it doesn't worry me that much. Justin Rhodes, though, a week 8 visit actually puts Texas not at all in the fight. Just actually, if anything, kept them alive until our visit in week 12, which is coming up somewhat quick. Oregon's going to have their visit before then, but Oregon's going to need a little bit of help to get back, to stay in it, really. So we should be able to win that one. Marcus Bradley, we had the week 15 visit with him. And Ohio State, that stupid unlock annoys me, because that's what's keeping them alive. This John Allen kid's going to commit before his visit even. Holy crap. I'm happy that he's going to sign before he comes and visits, because that means I did a good job recruiting him. But I hardly put any points on the kid, and he's still going to come. Alabama just used the locksmith on Jamar Brooks, and when they used it on him, not only did they jump back into the fight, but they jumped everybody and took the lead on him. I swear, I'm next upgrade I get is that I'm tired of. And Iowa State uses the that stupid thing, and that, I'm sorry, but that's the most annoying skill that they ever added to recruiting. I've lost, I think, 5 defensive ends on that, and I'm not going to lose another one. That tells you my feelings on it. The fact that I've lost at least 5. I know I've at least lost 4 players on that. I lost Barrett Dixon on that. That's how I lost Barrett Dixon. And how I lost, there's another tight end, I forget his name. But there's another tight end I lost because of it. That skill has done more damage to this program than anything has ever done to this program. Oh great, we have a competitive visit. So that's going to be nice. That's gonna hurt somewhat. But Derek Dickerson, he's going to commit. That visit's going to knock Missouri out. And Aaron Singleton, that visit might be able to get Arkansas out of it. I hope it does. And this Cameron Herron kid, he might commit before his visit too, because we're blowing everybody out of the water in that battle. Yeah, we're not even going for this kicker, even though I probably should. But Alabama, what? Why? They're down by 4,000 points, yet they're still the top team in the fight. What happened to Western Michigan? What did they say to him? They dropped from first to dead last on his board. Lost 5,000 points in a week. Oh. Yeah, so they've definitely lost him. There's definitely no hope of getting him for them now. And yeah, that's pretty much how recruiting looks. I'll show you guys the top classes in case you forgot from the week before. We only dropped down to 10th now, but also a lot of these schools are getting a lot of 3-star commits, and our 4-star commits are high 4 stars. So I believe they should base it on rating instead of star, but that's how they do it in real life too. So I see where it's come. It makes sense. Let's see how the game went though. Oh, most of the scoring was first half. First 2 touchdowns were us, and they were both from Derek Reynolds, and then after that, it pretty much went quiet. Game was third quarter, nobody scored. Yeah, we're definitely going to be working on our team offensively a lot more in the near future. Mike Rogers is out for this. The freshman running back tore his Achilles tendon and is out for the season. Okay, yeah. That changes my whole game plan. Okay, well, until next time, like, comment, and subscribe.